Hey everybody, welcome to my review for Humphrey Bogart, 4-film collection, coming your way from Warner Archive on March 17th. If you want to pre-order this, you can go to moviezing.com. That's moviezyng.com. Order yourself a copy. Check out their newly revamped website and stuff and all their new titles. This review is brought to you by AV Entertainment, which is Allied Von Entertainment. Big thanks to them, as always, for sending me these copies of 4Ks, Blu-rays, and DVDs to review for you. So let's get into this Bogart 4-film set. This particular set is these are all movies that have been previously released in standalone versions from Warner Archive collections. They include They Drive by Night, Passage to Marseille, Conflict, it's upside there like that, and then Chain Lightning. All of these have been released before. This is the third time Warner Brothers has released a Bogart set of 4 films. The first was The Best of Bogart, which included The Maltese Falcon, Casablanca, African Queen, and The Treasure of Sierra Madre. And then they released another Warner Archive set of individual ones in the Bogart and Bacall set, which I believe it has The Big Sleep, To Have and Have Not, Dark Passage, and Key Largo. This is the remaining ones that they've had here in a set for a simple price to pick up. Pretty good deal if you don't own all of them already, which I did not. I collect Bogart. I like to have them, but I didn't have all of these, so it was nice to get this set. So let's talk about the movies in here. The first one is They Drive by Night. This movie Humphrey Bogart is not the star of the film. It is George Raft, and it's about 2 brothers who are truckers, and they're down on their luck. They work for some smarmy business guy, and it's a really loaded movie. It's good, but it takes a while to get to what the actual movie becomes, which is a love triangle, scorned woman plot thing that happens with the brother. Bogart is in the first act, and he comes back a little bit later, but this is mainly the other guy's film. It's a cool movie. It's a pretty dark one. It's got some nice sequences. I thought Raft and Bogart felt exactly like brothers. They don't look like brothers, but their speech, their cadence, their language is like, oh yeah, these guys grew up together. Like if you close your eyes and listen to talk, you probably can't tell which is which. And this isn't just the movies back then. This is the style of acting I happen to know. No. It's not like that. But this is a pretty cool movie. I dug it. It was solid. Good thrills, suspense, people standing up for each other. It's got a little bit of courtroom drama, I believe, in it too. Decent little movie to check out. I give it a 3.5 out of 5. The next movie we have in this set is a Michael Curtiz film, who's one of my favorite old studio directors. You've seen Adventures of Robin Hood, Mildred Pierce. This one, of course, is like the victory lap of Casablanca, Passage to Marseille. They bring together a lot of the cast and crew from it to make another film, including the woman who lost out on the lead role in Casablanca is here in Passage to Marseille. There's a feeling of this that is very similar to Casablanca. Like I felt like, oh, is this like a Casablanca knockoff at times? It's largely told through a flashback. It's a story of French airmen, World War II, and escapees from Devil's Island. And Bogart's this legendary hero there. Claude Rains plays a similar role as he does in Casablanca. You always get good stuff here from him, but Peter Lorre, I can never get enough of Peter Lorre on film. He's so good. This one is very you can tell Curtiz is a step above the rest of these guys, but there's some really dark moments in this, very adult. We wouldn't expect at the time. There's a part where they're walking, they see this body just in this creek, this water, and it's just haunting. It's really good stuff here. And Bogart gives another terrific performance. Granted, they're all French guys, but they don't sound like a French. But shouldn't matter. Imagination. If you're English speaking like I am, you're just hearing the language rather than subtitles is what they did back then. Not a deal breaker for me. The authenticity, really, whatever, but the story is good enough to overcome it, and Curtiz's direction is top-notch above the rest. So I give Passage of Marseille a 4 out of 5. The next one we have here is Conflict. This is our little noir entry in here, and this is a dubious one. Bogart's in a different role than like he typically does. He's very I would say impotent's the word, but like he's tied to a limp in a wheelchair through this movie. Granted, he's sort of messing the head trying to figure things out with a disappearing wife and stuff, and this another love triangle and things. And this one's got a lot of good nighttime scenes with fog and shadow, flashlight things going on here. Got some spookiness and some jumps to it. Real interesting tale, Conflict. I like this one quite a bit. I think this and Passage of Marseille are the crown jewels in here. I give it a 4 out of 5 again, but I think it's definitely, if you're a noir fan, you've probably seen it or something, but this is a really cool, unique tale. Liked it a lot. Chain Lightning, this one I believe I reviewed back in the day. He's it's more of an ensemble cast thing. Bogart gets kind of the lead. So the easy way to describe Chain Lightning, talk about it, is kind of like a proto Top Gun. This is what kind of like even Maverick somewhat degree. This like this old guy from World War II vet trying to prove himself, test these planes. There's a lot of danger to it. Some romance in there. Got the whole wartime thing. Less of debate about the science, the testing, what put soldiers through and stuff. It's a pretty solid movie. I don't think it's anything outstanding. Kind of teeters and plateaus a little bit through the middle, but it's a solid movie. Good role for him, and it continues to have these varied degrees and range of roles for Bogart throughout this set. But Chain Lightning, I give a 3 out of 5. We're going to move to the video section, and unlike the other collections I've done with this is pretty easy here. All the video, they all come with a encoding of MPEG-4 AVC for their compression. They're all presented in their theatrical aspect ratio of 1:371, and they have a 1080p HD image. They all very much look of the same ilk. The restorations are top-notch. This is why you love Warner Archive. Everything's pretty clear, full. There's some good depth in the image. Details quite strong. Nice layer of grain to contrast in the black and white and the grays. Really work out here to give you a full picture. It's a rich looking set of films here, and they all, like, seriously, you pop in one after another, you're like, oh, this feels all feel of, like, from the certain amount of years, from an era, and then like the same restoration. Like, they have a good look to them. They all look quite good. They're all quite sharp. I give them a 5 out of 5 across the board. Pretty easy. I didn't need to go individually one by one because they have a look to them. No one's going to be disappointed with what they look like when they get the set. They're already out there. Check them out. And then on the audio side, they also all have a English 2.0 mono DTS HD master audio track to go along with the English SDH subtitles. These are quite impressive. They're all mono, but they're quite loud. You get some nice deep undertones that shine through in the limited speaker space. They do have a kind of a rich source feeling, sound like not quite the record hiss pop stuff, but it's a little there, but it's clean. Everything does feel pretty spacious for being limited to one track. It's real mixed. The score can sweep in and take strong, but it never overpowers any of the dialogue or anything. And a lot of those big sweepings is in a transition or where the score's supposed to be taking control. Car sounds, fires, honks, explosions, slamming doors and stuff all sounds quite good and natural as can be for a film of this ilk. It's fun. It works. And I'm giving all of them across the board a 4.5 out of 5. Now, the extras. We gotta go through all these. These are all carried over. There are no new extras. For the first one, for the Drive by Night, you have the Lux Radio Theater broadcast of it, which is about 45 minutes long. This is a full recreation, so you have another way to experience the story. You have Divided Highway, the story of They Drive by Night, which is 10 minutes and 35 seconds. I believe it's Leonard Maltin in there. Swing Time in the Movies, another look back. It's 19 minutes and 9 seconds. And the original theatrical trailer, which is 1 minute, 59 seconds. Then Passage to Marseille has Warner Night at the Movies, which is like an experience of if you sat through the movies at this time, with little featurettes of Uncertain Glory, a newsreel, I Won't Play, Jam and the Blues, and the Weekly Reporter. Then you have the Free French, Unsung Victors, which is about 17 minutes. You have Breakdowns, which this is like bloopers and stuff, but it's a 6 minutes, 46 seconds. It's not just for this movie. It's a special thing for it. The original theatrical trailer is also intact here. And then Conflict has the theatrical trailer. Merry Melodies shorts. It's got 2 Looney Tunes, Life with Feathers, Trap Happy Porky. And then Vitaphone Variety shorts, another couple of shorts things. Peaks at Hollywood and Our Animals Actors. And then you have Theater of Romance, which is about 25 minutes long. Lastly, for Chain Lightning, it's kind of the weekend of the bonus features for all of them. You have one Looney Tunes short called Bare Feet. You have Joe McDoke's short, So You Want to Be an Actor, which is 11 minutes, 12 seconds. And then you have the theatrical trailer for it. So overall, I'm giving these bonus across the board a 3.25 out of 5. Let's go back and look at what we rounded up here. The film, I give a 4 out of 5 for the films across the board. Kind of feel like they average around that. I think the Chain Lightning was a 3 and a 3.5 for the Drive By Night, but overall 4. The videos, a 5 across the board. Audio, 4.5 out of 5. And the bonus materials, 3.25 out of 5. Giving this release overall 4.25 out of 5. Humphrey Bogart should be in any film buff historian lovers collection. You should own as many films as these. These aren't in the essentials, though I'd say Passage to Marseille is a Michael Curtiz film, should be in there. Conflict is awesome. So if you're picking up those two individually, that price is probably going to be around for buying this all together. So you might as well have as many. You got to have the Bogart McCall set. You should have the best of Humphrey Bogart or the 4K upgrades that we've had so far. And then pick up this. And there's also some Criterion ones you should have. You just own Bogart. Blah, for there. And if you do, go to moviezing.com, moviezyng.com, and pre-order your copy there. It arrives, the release date is March 17th. So get that in there before they're out. Who knows if they'll be out or whatever. But moviezing.com. I appreciate you watching this review. Thanks as always. And stay film positive.